what we as youth can do to make it real. And here at Renmin University of China, we're meeting students from different countries to see what they see their role in planting the seeds of a more peaceful future. Welcome back, everyone. Peace isn't just about remembering history. It's about actions we take now. With the 80th anniversary of the UN and also the victory in Chinese people's war of resistance against Japanese aggression in mind. And today, we'll hear from people from China, the United States, and Tajikistan about how they understand their role in promoting peace and what they can do to carry these seeds forward. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Power of Youth Plus. Thank you for joining us. And first, let's wave hello to our audience and tell them who you are.
Okay. Hi there. My name is Cui Fengyuan, and my major is history.
Hi everyone, my name is Aya and I study international communications.
Hello everyone, I'm Shahnoza, a journalism student from Tajikistan.
Welcome everyone. So my first question to all of you, if peace were a person, how would you describe its personality?
That's a very interesting question I have never thought about before. For me, I would like to use the word determined and confident because I think peace is a huge goal that we aim to make. And if peace were a person, he must be determined and he must be confident to his own faith and to achieve his goals.
Determined and confident. That's very nice. How about Aya?
If I were to imagine peace as a person, I think of someone who is warm and makes you feel comfortable with them.
Warm and comfortable to be around with. Thank you. And Noza?
If peace were a person, I think they would be kind, calm, and wise. They would be someone who listen carefully, who speak gently, and treat everyone with respect. It would be someone who doesn't take sides and always help others to understand each other.
So we have basically 6 different definitions of the personality of peace. Now, if you are able to send a short message of peace to every country, what message do you want to send?
I would send 3 words. Walls come down. It comes to my mind because I saw a music video before, and I think the word wall can describe so many things, like the military boundaries and cultural obstacles. And if we can gain peace someday, maybe in the future, these obstacles, we can conquer them and we can just break down the wall. And at that day, people can talk freely, they can exchange their feelings, and I think if that means to send a message, I will use these 3 words.
Walls come down. Very well said. I love it. Aya, what's your message?
If I were to give a message to the whole world, I'd like to say that think of yourself and think of when you hug your parents when you're having a bad day or when you're hanging out with your friends. Other people around the world feel the same way that you do. And just like how in America young people love to eat hot, spicy salsa, people in China love Sichuan noodles that are also spicy. So deep down, we are all the same inside. When we're alone, we might do things our way, but together we can go further.
My message is very simple. It's just start by yourself. Just be honest, just be kind and respect other people. And I want to say that every action counts, so every small action counts. Together we can plant many seeds of peace and to build a better future for all of us.
Oh, I love your answers. Love your message. Really hope that countries can one day receive your messages, and hopefully, audience from different countries, they are already receiving this message. So my next question is for you. As a young people in China, what sides of Chinese youth role in building peace would you like the world to see the most?
China has a rich and diverse culture, and I think Chinese youth are very confident when they talk about their motherland, when they talk about their culture. And on the other hand, when they exchange opinions with their friends around the world, they are also very open to view the different culture on the other country. So I think from the cultural perspective, Chinese youth can make a change that to build the peace around the world.
All right, thank you. And Aya, how about in America? How would young people usually express their ideas of peace? Is it through art or social media or other ways?
I remember back in the 70s and 80s, a lot of people were using music to express their ideals of being against conflicts. And right now in this era, a lot of young people are using social media. It's just that young people don't like to be talked down to or lectured about the state of the world. We like to learn about things in a more digestible way. So social media is, in my opinion, a really good platform for young people to express their ideals of peace in an unbiased, unfiltered way, and that anyone could just voice their thoughts on social media. So we went from enjoying music, especially rock music, to express our ideals, to now simply going on social media and telling the world what we think.
I think that's everywhere. People are getting information, their ideas shared through social media. And Noza, how about in Tajikistan? Is it the same or any differences?
Young people in my country describe ideas about peace in many different ways, including art, sports, and music, and of course social media. As a journalism student, I also run Chinese social networks where I share about Tajik culture and promote peace. In a very short time, my audience from various countries has gained, and this motivates me to continue to do this.
All right, thank you. That's very interesting to know, like how different countries are, sharing peace in their ideas. So, what for you guys? What is the one thing that you think you can do to make your community a more peaceful one?
Yeah, I just talk about the cultural perspective. And last summer, I went to Ireland and I saw a tap dance show called River Dance. And before that, I have no idea about how Irish people look like and what's their culture like. So I think for me, if I got the chance, I want to gather the friends all around the world from different countries, and they can share one show or play or TV series, whatever, and to introduce it to others. And through this drama, through this place, we can learn more about what another culture looks like.
Aya?
As a foreign student studying in Beijing, I always go out of my way to find the newer students and just give them some help, some advice, because I've been here for a long time. And they're always really nervous and anxious when they first come to China. We're all foreign students, we all want to study Chinese, and we're all facing the same struggles. So I always try to help them and make them feel more comfortable. And I like to ask them about their own cultures and their own countries as well. And most people love to talk about their own cultures, right? I just felt like I should be the change that I want to see in the world, because a few years ago when I was a new student, most of my classmates were helping me as well, and I really appreciated that. So I feel like we're all students, we're all facing the same struggles, so we need to be kinder to each other and lend help whenever possible.
Thank you, Noza.
One thing I feel I could do for my community is to start with storytelling, because I'm a journalism student and I could do some storytelling program which people from different countries came together and shared their experience. Although we may come from different places, we all want the same things, to live together peacefully.
So for Aya and Noza, I know both of you have been in China for many years. So I really want to know, do you see any differences or similarities in how Chinese people or international people are understanding peace?
Yes. As a Gen Z myself, and I interact with a lot of young people from my country and from China as well, I've noticed that we tend to be more tolerant and open than the previous generations, and we genuinely want to make friends, especially on social media. is that a lot of people are introverted. But through the platform of social media, we can chat with each other, learn more about each other's cultures. And if we want to promote peace, I think food is a very good key to promoting peace, because young people in China, they love to try foods from around the world, and Americans, we grew up eating a very diverse cuisine. And I just feel like food is the best way to bring people together, as a foodie, someone who loves to eat.
That's very interesting. Food as a bridge to connect people together. How about Noda?
I've been living in China for 4 years now, and the similar thing is I never feel it in China alone, because Chinese people are friendly as the same as my country's people. So we share a lot of things. Recently, I've been in Xinmeng, one of the parts of China. In Xinmeng, I saw some instruments were very similar, which we have back at home, but it was still new, but was still similar.
So let's think bigger now. If you can run a peace project, what do you want to do?
I would like to just said, to gather people together. And maybe we can see those plays or dramas together, and we can travel together. Through the travel, we may talk about our traditions, but also we may go deeper, like the international, some questions international. And during the communication between youth, and we may find a common sense that we can't make it before, because we didn't know each other. We may have some bias. When we're traveling together, we can see a new picture of how the world looks like, how the people on the other side of the earth is living. So I think that's my thoughts about this peace program.
All right, Aya, what's yours?
I would like to bring people together to enjoy some hobbies of mine. I remember last year I created a group chat, and it was a book club for all the students in Renmin. So students from different cultures were all gathering together to read different books. And a lot of misunderstandings around the world are caused by, I say, ignorance, but reading cures ignorance. And another hobby of mine that I enjoy is gardening. So I would like to bring a lot of students together to plant some flowers around school. Not only is it beautiful, but it's also good for the environment. And I would plant sunflowers. Sunflowers grow towards the light, right? And we should grow towards hope and peace.
That's very well said. Thank you so much, Aya. And how about Noza? What do you want to do?
Probably do some small events which we can understand each other better. And I will do storytelling, because I want to be a storyteller between nations and tell true stories about kind, about peace, and how young people doing good job. Because this kind of storytelling has the power to change how people think.
So travel, reading, gardening, and storytelling. Do you think young people today get enough support to act for peace? How do you get your voice heard?
Unfortunately, I don't think young people have a lot of not a lot of people listening to us. Is that whenever we talk about current events or important things, I feel like the older generations tend to tell us, oh, you're being naive, or you just don't have enough experience or knowledge on the topic. But thanks to social media and knowledge being freely accessed right now, this is the most, I'd say, political generation. And we've seen a lot of Gen Z and young people just engaging more with politics more than ever. And I think that is a good thing. It's both a good thing and a bad thing. Is that everyone should have the right to voice their thoughts, but also as young people, we shouldn't be so, I'd say, naive and maybe too optimistic. But I think the intention is really good.
Young people nowadays get enough support, because I could be an example. I'm in China for 4 years right now, and we have universities, schools, and also platforms, online platforms, which we can work together. Even if it's online, we can connect with each other to share our experience and So I think nowadays it's better we can get enough support.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, we have some, but like Aya said, we always need more. And also there's a saying, I'm really curious to know your answer. How do you understand when people say peace is not only the absence of war, but also the freedom from oppression or injustice?
Yes, I totally agree with that, because we not only need to survive, it is the first step, but we not only need to survive, we need to live our life. We need to gain education. We need to know how we can touch the world, how we can get touched into the world. So I think the saying is quite, I agree with that. Yeah.
I can't help but think of the recent military parade which I watched in China. And we've seen the words self-determination, justice, peace will prevail, like repeated a lot. And that is the message that China has been given out to the rest of the world. And I think that peace isn't simply laying down and being timid. It's something that we have to work on. We have to always ensure peace, but if that's not possible, we also need to have the strength to work hard to achieve it.
Thank you. Noza, how do you understand that?
Young people should understand that truly peace is about freedom. Freedom to study, freedom to grow, freedom to live with dignity. Even there is no fighting, if you feel controlled, if you couldn't do anything you could want to do, so there is meaning of peace still missing.
Now, next question would be very fun. So if peace were a seed, what kind of seed do you want to grow or do you want to plant?
I want the seed to grow into a huge tree. And under the sunshine, the people on the earth, maybe other kind of lives on earth can thriving under the shade of the big tree. And because I think that peace, it helps us to have a better life. Because without peace, we just can't live a life. So in my imagination, this is just like a huge tree, and we can have fun under the tree, just like our childhood. Yeah.
If peace were a seed, I want it to grow and have strong roots, because trees cannot be strong without deep roots, just like peace. And I think the tree would be resilient. It would survive and endure during storms and rains, just like how we should. And the tree should also be our shelter and a place that we think of as home, just like how peace should always be something that should always be the first option that we think about.
If peace were a seed, I would plant a hope. Hope helps people to believe in a better future.
Wow, that's very well said. So hope, strong roots, and also huge shades that people can rely on. That's very good answer. So in the coming decades, what kind of breakthroughs or innovations would you want to see about, how people can promote peace?
Well, I think the coming generation is our generation, and we know better what the world's youth are thinking. And I think the things our youth should do is to learn about international politics, to learn international laws, to know how these conflicts and compromises are made nowadays. And only by we get to know the world can we come up with the solutions. That's what I thought.
Thank you, Aya.
I think the seeds of peace have already been planted in this generation, and we've been seeing a lot of progress. Young people are more interested in the current state of the world. And also, I can't help but think about our environment when it comes to peace. Is that we cannot have peace if our environment is not healthy and perfect and clean. And I live in Chaoyang, and I've been seeing a lot of efforts from young people to drive on the e-bikes or to take the subway instead of driving. And I did also read that hundreds of acres of land have also been given to the Chaoyang region for the Green Way, as they call it, which I think is a great thing for not only our generation, but for the future.
I hope in the future young people will use innovation to do better platforms who can use all young people from all over the world, no matter which country you are from. And even if it's online, we can share our study resources maybe. So I wish in future it would get better.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your ideas and experience. You know, every little action counts, and together we can really plant the seeds that really grow in our communities, in our countries, and also in the world. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching this episode of Power of Youth Plus. And together, let's keep the seed growing. Bye-bye.